Dear President of the National Taiwan University, dear Mr. Raymond Song, who has established this chair, dear Dean of the School of Sciences, Monsieur le Directeur du Bureau Français, dear colleagues, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fantastic honor to receive an honoris causa doctorate from your prestigious university. Your laudatia, however, was embarrassing and exaggerated. I was only one of the physicists who understood the importance of the paper by Einstein, Podolsky, and Rosen in 1935, when they discovered the amazing properties of two entangled quantum particles when they are far from each other. Einstein is a true hero of that story. I was also one of the physicists who understood how extraordinary was the result obtained by John Stuart Bell, who demonstrated that you can settle the debate between Einstein and Niels Bohr by doing an experiment. Doing an experiment to settle a debate on a philosophical question. That's amazing. And John Bell was the other real hero of that story, as I emphasized in the Nobel speech that I gave at the banquet in 2022, exactly 1 century after Einstein and Bohr received their Nobel Prize. I was so proud of that. You know what happened is that Einstein got the 1921 Nobel Prize, but he was traveling in Japan, I think. And then he could not receive it in 2021, so he received it in 2022 simultaneously with Niels Bohr. Isn't that beautiful? I read for the first time the celebrated paper by John Bell in 1974, and it took me 7 years to build the experiment and obtain the result, demonstrated that quantum mechanics predictions were right even in the most surprising configuration, the one in which the instrument for measuring the properties of entangled particles are decided at the last moment. You will hear more of that in a moment. Quantum non-locality was observed, meaning that the two entangled particles seem to remain connected instantaneously even when they are far from each other. In my experiment, they were at 12 meters from each other. But later, my colleagues found entanglement at hundreds of meters, at kilometers, and even recently at more than 1,000 kilometers. Nobody knows what Einstein would have said if he had known that result. I have tried to imagine what would have been his reaction and written this in my recent book that will appear in January with the title, Si Einstein avait su, that is to say, if Einstein had known. I hope that there will be soon a translation of that book as good as the translation of my previous book, which is Einstein and the Quantum Revolution, which was released yesterday in Taiwan, in Taiwanese edition. The honorary doctorate that I am honored to receive today will be the opportunity to amplify the collaboration between Taiwanese and French universities, more specifically between NTU and Université Paris-Saclay, of which my institution, Institut d'Optique, is the Optical Engineering School. I will be particularly happy to foster that collaboration for several reasons. Firstly, because of the excellence of science in NTU, as highlighted by the French-Taiwanese Prize given to colleagues which are here and which are also often in my environment in France. I am also happy to have the opportunity to speak to young students who are concerned by the problems of the planet, and they want to contribute solving these problems. They will not solve this problem against science, as some people think. They will solve this problem by doing science at the best level and using science applications, for instance, quantum technologies, to solve these problems. I want in particular to address female students. We need you. Science needs you. Physics needs you. Last and not least, I am particularly proud to receive that honor from a university which is well known for the freedom of thinking and of speech that its members enjoy. I have heard that it played an important role in the transition to democracy, and I am sure that it will continue to keep that spirit alive. In these difficult times for the world, we need institutions like yours, and I am proud to become one of your honorary alumni. Thank you.